Hello hatchlings and welcome to the Ghost Isles Minecraft video. Today I wanted to continue with the treehouse that I decided on finally doing for once. Um, so I have a bunch of varied different colored blocks and I literally have no idea what to place. Like I have no idea how all of this is now. I'm I want it to look good and amazing, and I don't know. I really want to like put more stuff down or just focus on the farm, but I think I'm gonna try and build the treehouse. And I have so many colored blocks in my inventory. As you can see right here, I got the different clay and the wool colors, and I want to be able to use them all. That's all I want to do. While I've been debating what to actually put um, on like the treehouse, whether I was actually going to have a treehouse, whether I was going to have one on the boat and everything. And I think just in the end, I was like, you know what, I'm gonna build a treehouse on the big tree here, just on this little island thing. Obviously, it'll get a lot bigger once I expand on it, but it'll look cool just with all these varying different color blocks. I think it's actually gonna look really good. And you're probably thinking, well, why are you making a house? Why aren't you planning your escape from this island? Um, why wouldn't you be just, you know, planning an escape from everything that you kind of landed yourself in? And I don't know. I just want a house, and I think if at some point somebody else gets stuck here, or if at some point I somehow end up back here, I'm gonna have a nice little house to come back to, and that's gonna be nice just to kind of see. Because maybe the machine will be able to let me out, but maybe the machine will also be able to let me back in as well. Once I've just kind of finished the treehouse, I'll focus on other things and exploring places, and probably going back to that place that had the end portal, because I want to see where that leads to. I'm not 100% sure where it will lead to, probably the Ender Dragon. And as we all know, that is really difficult to beat, and I'm guessing I need the Ender Dragon egg maybe, or something like that. I don't know. I know the Ender Dragon egg teleports, so maybe that's why we need it, because we need some of its magic to teleport or something like that. Who knows? This is a When I first came here, when I first started this, I was scared, and I was like, well, I gotta find a place to stay really quickly and everything like that. But now that I'm here, I'm kind of taking my time with things, because there is a potential for me to come back here, and there is a potential for other people to come here as well. So I want to make the most of it and see what happens and what I end up doing. Um, I did grab a lot of this mossy cobblestone when I was mining, so I think my idea here maybe is to make a porch or something like that with the mossy cobblestone. Something that kind of just overhangs from the treehouse. I probably need to chop down a lot more wood to get a bigger platform for the house. I have no idea how big it's going to be, but I do want a big kind of look at it, and think having this mossy cobblestone kind of overhang will be really cool. Kind of look different, I guess. I don't know. I just want to try and use as many of the blocks in my inventory as I have, to just decorate things, just kind of go crazy and see what happens. I've never really built with just bits and pieces before, so I don't know how it's going to end up, but I'm hoping that it ends up looking really good. I've seen a few other people just kind of build out of any material, and it's ended up looking quite good, so I'm hoping the same ends up happening with me. Just kind of a fingers crossed moment, if you will. and I'll figure out how big I want this. I don't have many mostly cobblestone blocks left. So what I might do is just kind of collect the one that I've accidentally misplaced. So I have a pickaxe in my inventory. I think I have left my pickaxe at home. So oh gosh. Oh, I fell down. Well, seeing as I'm here, I may as well head back to the boat and get the pickaxe and maybe put some blocks away, and then I can just collect them afterwards when I need to. I should have been a little bit more careful there. Didn't realize that I was going to fall off the edge. I should have crouched, honestly. That was my mistake. Gonna have a little bit of a nap to kind of sleep the day away. Don't really want anything kind of spawning in that I don't want there. And let's go and get this pickaxe because I have no idea why I just didn't bring it with me. I don't know what to put in the chest or if I should just leave it and kind of grab whatever else I need later. I think I'm just gonna keep my tools kind of in my little hotbar, I think it's called, just like there, out, and ready, ready to grab quickly when I need to, and just kind of head back and keep building. Have had a jungle tree grow while I've been running around. That'll be handy. I don't know how many jungle tree books I got. There we go. I've kind of gotten rid of that for now. I think I want to use these wood pieces for like the edges or something like that. But I need some more oak wood, so I'm going to try and get rid of these fences and plop them down so I don't fall off the edge again. I really don't want to fall off anytime soon. It's having a bit of a tricky decision trying to place them where I want them, really. I think the jungle fences work really well in this scenario. I cleared a lot of my inventory, so there's not as much in there as what there was before. I don't know where to place this. Do I just like kind of cut the leaves away, or what's happening? I really don't know. I feel like the balcony is where I need it to be. So I don't know. I do think that they would look good by the edge of the fences, just kind of fill it in, and then I think afterwards maybe I'll just kind of clear away the leaves and just add some blocks between them when they start to disappear, because I know leaves can start to disappear. I don't know if they will disappear because they're attached to a wood piece, and I just don't know. I know our Minecraft gets updated so much, so I have no idea if they will fade away or if they'll stay the same or anything like that at all. I feel like I will eventually find out once I start to build everything. Definitely. Sometimes this is one of those things where you don't know until you actually start doing something and you're like, well, wait a minute, now I know that this does this. So that's always just kind of how it goes sometimes with video games when you're playing or you're doing something and you're just like, oh, okay. So this is just kind of what's happening. I kind of want to fill that bit of the fence. I'm just worried that I'm going to fall off the side or something horrible like that. Just, I think I'm being just a little paranoid. I don't know, but I just something I feel is necessary to do. And now that my inventory is cleared a little bit, I might be able to start extending the floor of the treehouse, which will help me out quite a lot. I think when you're building anything, it's helpful to have that floor there, I think. Like, even if you're building on the ground or anything like that, you need space to work with. I know for like windows and stuff, I can just collect sand from under the ocean here. Oh, I'm hoping I picked that out, all of that out. Did I pick all of that out? I did indeed, so I'm gonna pull that up into my hotbar and hopefully just kind of keep extending the floor and see how things go. I feel like I got up this ladder a lot easier last time, so I don't know why I had a bit of a struggle there. Okay, so I want to try and extend this a little bit, just because I feel there needs to be some space for a door, and it needs to be space for a room and stuff, and I just keep placing blocks everywhere, just on top of things. I think I'm just clicking too early or something, so it's just placing them down in the wrong spot. Because I'm holding down the trigger, but I think I'm placing blocks too fast before I'm actually walking. So it is helpful to just go a little bit slower, I think. I want to ask you all something. Do you ever find a 30-20 minute video too long, or is it just the right amount of time? Or is 12 minutes too short? Is 5 minutes too short? And then you see like these videos online and they're like an hour and a half, 2 hours, and it is a long time to sit down and watch a video, so I wonder if ever anyone thinks that a 20-minute, 30-minute video is also a long time, and that they should just be like 10, 15 minutes or something like that. I personally, I don't know. I'm kind of hoping that it's the right amount of time, because I have fun making these. Like, it is hard to find words to put into these, just because I've never made anything like this before, and I have no idea what to do for any of the stuff, but I am hoping I am going okay, and I'm doing things correctly, and that you're enjoying them, and that nothing is too boring. I know sometimes when you're like mining and stuff like that, it can get a bit tedious, and when you're watching somebody do it for like hours at a time, I can see it getting annoying and a bit too much, and people are like, well, I just sat here and watched maybe like 20-30 minutes of somebody building and talking over the top of it, and the talking was boring too, and all this other stuff. I get a little bit paranoid. I'm sorry, but I'm hoping you're all enjoying these, and you're enjoying my little treehouse and my bare minimum of things to work with in terms of building. I think even if you have not that much stuff to work with, you still manage to get a pretty decent house, I would say. I haven't built anything, but it's looking pretty good so far. Like, I'm pretty proud of my little decking out of mossy cobblestone, and just kind of extending the house so it's a little bit bigger. I'm pretty proud of myself with that. I do want to keep in mind to place some torches down, because there is that big chance and possibility that you're going to get all of these monsters that are going to come in and spawn on top of the tree. I really don't want that. And there I go again, placing more blocks where they're not supposed to be. Classic me. I've done it again! I keep placing them too fast and just kind of holding down that trigger, and I need to be a little bit more careful with that. I'm being so careful with these edges right now, just because I don't want to fall off at all. It's very daunting. I know below me right now is water, but I've already had another big fall beforehand, and I don't need another one. Just kind of making me fall off onto the ground. Like, it's not something I want to have happening. Definitely not. I don't know if I should. I think maybe extend out one more and then place the other blocks might be good. I think it's starting to look pretty good. We've kind of got like a nice lounge room bit area kind of going. And I think I'll probably just go out by 4 with the spruce planks. I think that would be fun. I'm trying to think of something that might work well with the bottom bit. I think I have enough spruce planks to kind of get each of the corners going, maybe. Maybe even get kind of like a little bit of a door frame happening. I definitely want to extend the house a lot more, so I'm just kind of coming back down to either collect some wood or something like that. I just grabbed the apple because I can see myself falling down again and getting pretty hungry. Yeah, I definitely don't know what a place for this getting. Maybe something like the jungle might look okay. I think the jungle, I don't know, I'm just trying to think, would the colors work or would just like another wood work? Think it's gonna be the jungle. Definitely, well, it looks good. It's just a nice different color, I think, to go with everything. And it works really well. I might like stop there and then maybe kind of build it out more. I think that'll look good, just kind of building it out more. Maybe stop here might work a little bit better. I think the length is good. I'm going to get rid of these leaves just because I want to put the door frame in. And the leaves are kind of in the way, just a bit to the door frame. Probably going to add some more spruce wood to make the doorway nice and pretty. Ow. There was a big jump. Should I add in a single or a double door? I think a double door might be good, so we're just going to break away one more of the leaves. I think that'll be good. And then just kind of build up 4 with these spruce woods. Place down! Ah! There we go. And then just kind of add some along the top maybe, just kind of to finish it off. Yeah, that looks good. That's a nice big door frame. I think we need something on the bottom of that, on top of the door. That way there's just not a hole on top of the door, unless I like fill it up with a window or something. That might be cool. Don't know if I've ever done that before, so that should be interesting to kind of see how that turns out. Maybe some leaves? Ah, that's nice. Just kind of something that's a bit see-through. That works. That works. And fill in that gap there because I don't want anyone peeking into my home or any spideys just kind of coming into the house unwarranted. That's definitely something that I do not want to happen at all. Like, I don't want anything just going in the house or fill up any of those gaps because I don't want to see them. I don't want to see any gaps in my home. Or in real life, for that matter of fact, either. No holes. And yeah, this episode has gone by surprisingly fast. I was not expecting this to go so quickly. So I think I'm going to wrap it up here and then hopefully upload the next video next week. So I'm hoping if you liked it to waddle over to that like button and slap that subscribe to become a hatchling, because I really want to see you on this channel and I hope I'll get to see you here next time. And with that, I hope to see you all in a wingspan. Bye bye!